All right, welcome everyone. My name is Richard Okiasi for Fast Hire. So in this class, I'm going to be taking us through how to write our CV to stand out, and more importantly, how to align our CV to a job opening, a job advert, okay? So in the course of writing CVs and running a career brand, Fast Hire, I've come across a lot of CVs. I've come across a lot of errors people make when putting together their CV. So I have a good background about this topic I'm going to be teaching. And the things I'm going to show you are actually the things that work, because I've also been opportunity to work with recruiters, and I have an idea of the things they want to see from the very first minute they look at your CV you get and then walk through. There's always a lot of confusion when it comes to writing CVs. What should you put? What shouldn't you put? What should you take out? You get to this teacher tells you his own do's and don'ts. You get to this one. So what I've found out over time, writing CVs and working with employers, is that what is most important is not all the things you've done. It's what can you offer? What do you have to offer? So it's the way you're able to use your CV to outline those things you can offer or show those things you can offer that matters. If you don't learn anything from this class, if you don't gain anything from this class, the very first thing or the most important thing you should know is that your CV is a sales document, is a tool, is a sales tool. So you're using it to sell yourself. So if that's the only thing you get to learn from this, I think you're good. Then there are a lot of things that still don't hold, that people still think matter when it comes to CV writing, when it comes to recruitment, all those state of origin, gender. Nobody really wants to see all those things nowadays, age, unless of course maybe the application clearly states that people of this gender, which is unprofessional, because in our field we have something against being discriminating against age, ethnic group, or gender, whatever. So it's even not right to have the clearly stated only people of this group, only people of this gender. But not to take away the fact that there are some applications or there are some adverts that the job is more suited to a particular gender, so you could see those. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about maybe something in general. So for example, a customer care rep, most likely that position could, or an administrative assistant, most likely could be for a female, you get, because females have more gentle, should I use that word? Is it gentle now? Yeah. So to handle stress and all. So in case, let's say they have to deal with high traffic environment where a lot of customers come in, angry customers, you may likely not put a guy so that they don't flare easily. Okay, no discrimination for the guys. So we're going to go straight to it. I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to show you a CV and then show you how I reworked it. And with that too, you're going to have an idea of what you can do with your CV as you go along, as you look at yours. Okay. All right. So the last thing I'm going to say, yeah, I once wrote a CV for a client, and after writing that CV, just a quick story, she attended a course, or she attended an online class, and then the teacher was talking about CV writing and was talking about some do's, don'ts. Don't add referee, don't add hobbies, don't add. There are a lot of things she mentioned that the teacher was saying, okay, outline achievements, awards, and all that. So the way after listening to her, she was like, what you did for me is not far from what she said. So there's no, so I'm just sharing. So I just said, it's nice, but it's nice to know that what I did for you is not far from what you learned. But I just felt she needed to hear this, which I'm going to be telling you. Most times when you look at CV, how to write CVs, all those things online, they necessarily don't look at all the career experience. I have been opportunity to work with more young professionals, entry level. And I understand that the way I would write a senior executive CV is different from the way I would write an entry level CV, obviously. So there are things that matter in an entry level CV that don't matter anymore in an executive CV. You can put your entrepreneurship as your IT experience, internship experience in your CV as an entry level, but by the time you're getting to senior level, mid level, it has no place again in your CV. You should have gathered enough experience that will knock that out. You can include your youth service, NYC, when you're writing your entry level CV. But by the time you've climbed the corporate ladder, those things have no place again in your CV. You get you did not put this, you did not. Check your level, look at the level you're in. Look at the level. Your level is what really matters, okay? So when next you're hearing put this, put that, ask yourself, what is my professional level? Your professional level determines the kind of things that appear in your CV. You get? An entry level applicants might have to put a reference because they're trying to still gain that experience. So they need to put somebody that, okay, you can call this person, you can ask this person can attest for me that I'm a good person. But then if you're climbing up the corporate ladder, you might not necessarily need that because by the time you've gained experience, whoever is trying to employ you again should know that for this person to have worked in this place, and this place, it means the person has some work ethics. So, but an entry level person might need those references to attest for them that they have the work ethics. Okay, so I felt it's needed for me to put that out on time so that you guys know. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen. Okay. All right. So here. Okay. So I'm trusting you guys are seeing my screen. So this is the CV sample we're going to be working on. Okay. So I want you to look at this CV, how it is, right? Okay. We have it. So starting from, you see the header, you see this, that's some of the qualifications and top things to note. Now, this is location or address. This is not advisable anymore because a lot of things are happening now. Nobody knows what. So this is not advisable to put your whole address on your CV. Okay, please don't put your whole address on your CV. You can just write Ikeja, Lagos, a close place, a bus stop, somewhere close, maybe the streets, but putting out your whole address, no, please. No, please. Mobile number. Okay, so you can include your mobile number and your email. You can put your mobile number and your email. Feel free to put two numbers if you wish to, in case for people that use two phones and maybe they couldn't reach your first one, they can reach your second one, right? Your email, objective statement, personal data, You see that date of birth, all these things are not necessary anymore. Sex, gender, nah, marital status, these things are not necessary. Unless you're applying for government jobs where they use maybe quota system and they say, you know, they're using quota system. Okay, so you have to like identify that you're from a particular region, or you're applying for a state job, and you have to indicate that you're from that state and your location so that they can allocate the opportunities properly to everyone. Now, here is the work experience section. Yeah, I hope you can see that, guys. Work experience section. So that's the place the person has worked, and this is a whole lot. Okay, this is a whole lot. But in the course of rewriting this, we'll have to break this down to something shorter and more precise. Okay, so all these are the career experience. Okay, all these are the career experience. So we come to another session, skills and competence. Now take note of these, guys: strong interpersonal organization skills, excellent time management skills. Anybody and everybody can claim these things. Everybody can claim they have good communication skills, they have good project management skills. Anybody can, everybody can claim these things. But how are you showing from your CV that you really have these skills? Is your CV really showing that you have these skills? That is what matters. That's what we want to see. Okay, so find a way in your CV to outline these things so you don't just sound like every other person. The problem with a lot of CVs that CVs look alike. You're sounding like the other guy. Your own CV looks like the other guy's CV. So that's not what recruiters want to see. That's not what they want to see. Academic background. You don't necessarily need your primary school. You get once you've gotten you're in your master's level, you don't necessarily need primary school again. Of course, before you go to master's level, you obviously went through primary school. Okay, so for me, sometimes for when I'm working with entry level, especially the ones that have details to really beef up their CV, I exclude primary school, secondary school. You get is maybe when the person don't have enough contents for me to really make up a very solid CV. I can start adding all those things just to get so. But if you have trainings, and so we're going to do something different with this section. This is not proper. This is not proper. Okay, hobbies. You don't really need those hobbies anymore. Referees, no. So for this person has over 10 years work experience. So you can see that the person really has a lot to show, right? So the very first thing, there are a lot of adverts on when you go online, maybe Google, Facebook, or Twitter, wherever, you see some adverts that will show you a progressive CV template, and they'll put an X on it and say that's bad. And then they will show you a one-page CV and tell you that's good. It still boils down to what I said earlier. An entry-level professional can use a one-page CV. A mid-level professional cannot be using a one-page CV. How can you be having over 3-4 years experience and you're using a one-page CV? It's not possible. So those adverts are wrong. Those adverts are not a representation of what should be. There is no way somebody with those years of experience will be using a one-page CV. It's not possible. It's not possible. So those adverts are just ways of luring you to use their own services and all that. All right. So Just give me a minute, guys. Okay, so that's what we have. Why is it this way? Why? Mhm.